Let's do something a little bit different on this week's Antlers videos. Let's take a look at TC's sheds. I've actually got them both. He shed the one. I found it, he shed it a couple, 2 or 3 days before the end of the year. And I got it out looking for it with Benelli, and we found it actually laying out in the yard. And so I got his first shed there. The first shed only really had 3 points left on it, and that's his shed right here. This shed set over on his right side as he's looking at it, as we're looking at him. It'd be on the left. This shed over there. It's an awfully big shed, as you can see, really, really big. And it's got 3 points is what it's got to it. Now let's put that other under my arm there. This point right here, you can see this had a point that come out right here. This point right here is broken off. And so that should, and then it's broken off on the end. That should have come on out another inch or two on the end. And there's one here that did not branch out, that could have branched out there but didn't do it. So that's only really, if you were to shoot that deer, what you've got there, score 3 points, that's all, 3 points. Now, when I bought TC, and he's several $1,000 deer, he's an Oklahoma deer. We bought him because he was big and wide, and they say that the first year and 2 years, maybe the third year, he had some bad horns, but the first 2 years he had perfectly great horns, and something happened to him. I can't remember what they told me, and maybe that's the reason why they got rid of him. I don't really know, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I've been happy with TC, but he's just throwing a lot of deer now that do not have a good right side on them. The right side is just not good. They're like this. But now keep in mind that Forrest, who's got a good set of antlers, his second horns, Forrest is out of TC, so that's a good situation there. But this is the horn right here. Now the other one went the next night, and actually I found this horn on January 1st. So December 31 and January 1. Now this absolutely is a good set of antlers right there. This deer is 6 or 7 years old, so they're big, they're heavy horns, and you can see that's a pretty big rack, and they're actually out about probably, you back up a little bit, probably about that wide right there. Now you see we got some breakage situations on this too, and this is very typical of whitetail deer, especially those that fight a lot and are pretty aggressive like Whitey was, and like TC was. He probably is the one perhaps that injured Whitey and nearly killed him. But when you would take a look at this antler right here, and I'll just lay that down, take a look at this antler right here, you'll see this is the one that's coming off below the eye guard. This is the eye guard, and that's a beautiful eye guard right there. It's a big and long curves. It's really got a lot to it. This is one down here that probably come up about like that. It's again broke off. It might have got another inch or two up here. I don't really know. So that's broken off. As we look on up here, we find it broke off a little bit off the tip, a little bit off the tip. And that one is just grown out as far as it'll grow right there. It's got a little hole out there in the end of it. And this is where the part that he could never get rid of the velvet. I actually just peeled right off when I picked it up. It actually peeled right off. I went ahead, and those of you at shed hunts, you might want to mark them. I went ahead and wrote on that one, January 1, 2023, that was TC. And that's kind of cool to do that, because that way you can really, you know, as the year goes by, you can really look and see what they are. But this side right up here would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 points. So you can see that if his other side had been like this, what a magnificent deer he would have really been. Instead, ended up, you know, a 3 point. But that's still a pretty big deer, and he's got great genes, and he is throwing some deer that have a bad side. Then it's the right side. And I don't know why. It might have been some kind of injury that he had in the pins or whatever, but Tommy told me the other day what he thought might have happened. Something happened to him, and I can't remember what he said it was, but that might have caused that, because he said that he's got some grandkids that's come out of some of the first deer he threw that had grandkids that are perfect on both sides. So, but anyway, that's raising deer. You sometimes have that happen. They get a little injury, they have something happen to them, and they don't throw really good both sides. But this is pretty nice right here, and it's good to have them. And the second antler was laying right by the feeder, right by the feeder. So TC was being very cooperative in throwing these antlers out here, and I really hope that some of the other deer are as quite as convenient also, and we'll just go ahead and lay those antlers down. If you remember last year, 12 point had loved both his side by side in the snow. And we think that 12 point could possibly be Milburn. We think it's what we call a fat boy out there right now. Got a lot of good indications that it probably is. You can hear the noise running around. You can see her running around. That's Benelli running around having a good time. She has found a dead bird, and she is running around playing with that dead bird, probably getting stinky all over, but she needs a bath anyway. So the little addition to antlers, we'll try to look at some of the others as we find them. I am trying to train. I've got a dummy horns ordered and some scent and a book that tells you how to do it. I have been reading up on how to train dogs to shed hunt. We're going to try to teach Benelli how to do that. So we'll show you some of that as time goes on. All right, Benelli, let's go to the house. All right, we'll go see Forrest and Whitey here in a little bit. Everybody's concerned about Whitey. We'll kind of go see what he looks like. We're going to start feeding Split Ear and Prince Charming through the fence. Now, obviously, they're all right here, really waiting to eat through the fence. How about you, Rose? Yeah, Rose wants one too. Rose, you hadn't got one yet, baby. You haven't got one yet. There you go. Well, that's something. Rose was not. They get over here really close and take a real good look at Prince Charming. He's really feeling. I saw him prancing out there today. He is really, really feeling good. There you go, Rose. Well, I'll be dang it. There you go, Rose. Go ahead and go over and get those. Get some over there for Rose, and some over there for that other deer too. There you go. Because these two right here are hoggy. Y'all learn to take turns. Will y'all learn to take turns? You sure got a nice big pretty rack. When's your horn's going to fall off, buddy? Huh? When's yours going to fall off? Isn't this special right here? You know, as long as you got the fence in between him, he's just okay, and he's just fine. But look at that. Isn't that something? I mean, isn't that something? They're right there just enjoying the carrots. Do a few carrots back here for the other guys too. Here you go, girl. Here you go, Prince. That's a good baby. Man, I can't believe we saved you from blue tongue. That is so amazing. You're looking good now. Your eyes are looking good and clear. Don't have any, and you don't either, baby. Don't have any cold. I think Wild Child still got a little bit of a cold. But I saw him absolutely just prancing today. I'm talking about prancing. He wasn't, they may be getting more than y'all. I know I dropped one down there. I know it. I'll pick it up. I will pick it up. Now, y'all are going through 2 pounds in a hurry. I said, yeah, you keep throwing them over the fence instead of handing them through the fence to us is what happens. You can see, looking at his antlers there, that's just about as good a look as you can get at him. He's just a big, beautiful buck and got that one side broken off, or it looked like this side over here. I've got him inside, so when he loses them, I'll take some of that good Gorilla Glue, or some kind of glue, probably Gorilla Glue, glue those things back on. I didn't drop any there, Split Ear. I didn't drop any. I sure would like it if you give me a little white baby, Split Ear. That would sure be nice of you to do that. Almost Split Ear, not quite. Almost. There you go. I guess Whitey got all he wanted. Split Ear never gets all she wants. I'm going to go ahead and give you all the whole bag. How about that? How about that? Can you overdose on carrots? Can you overdose on carrots? Huh? Can you overdose on carrots? I said, no, you can't, boss. No way. Prince Charming came over and ate his full and then just left. You might be able to overdose on carrots. I don't know. All right, baby, you've probably had enough too. I'm going to throw a few over in a pen. Just about fed the whole bag. That's enough. Okay, that's enough. All right, let's go over and take a look. Let's go over and take a look at at Forrest. I get all these names running through my mind. Let's go look at Forrest, and then let's take a look at Whitey and see how he's doing this week, because we're all concerned about Whitey. Okay, there's Whitey off way down there in the other end. You can see that he's looking pretty good, actually. Yeah, he actually looks pretty doggone good. He's probably saying, Jimmy, I don't know if you got that dart gun or not, but I do not want another shot. I do not want another shot. I sure don't. So I'm going to get down here kind of as close as I can. I don't want him running from me. You know, it's funny because he never run from me at all. Never run from Apache. But after we gave him a few shots, he definitely run from us. No doubt about that. No doubt about it. But we're going to get a good look at him there. I'll zoom in as much as I can. I'm gonna throw a few. I'll just get him right there. Boy, is he beautiful. Look at him. He's looking pretty good. Yeah, he's looking pretty good. There you go, baby. How about that? You want some of those? Oh, that looks good, yeah. Come up here and see what he does. Look at those. I'm gonna run the camera here a little bit. Zoom in on him. I don't think he's lost any more weight. If anything, he's gained some weight this week from the last time that we videoed him. I thought he looked like he'd been gaining a little bit of weight, but he's looking pretty good. He come up there and ate one carrot. He hadn't come and eaten any more. He's carrying a awful big bunch of lumber up there on his head, no doubt about that. There's the does coming and walking over here. Come on, Whitey. Throw him a little further, Jimmy. He just does not want to get close because he's afraid of that dart gun. We've talked about it before. That's his third set of horns. I got carrots. I'm going to try to get Forrest to come over to the pen and eat through the fence. That cyst on his chest is looking kind of bad. He's got something there. I don't know really what it is. On his side too. Looks like it's, I don't know. If he got in a fight through the fence with Forrest or what happened. Looked like he had a little something here on his side that didn't look good either. He's eating well. And those carrots are, you have to chew them up pretty good, so he's not having any trouble doing that at all. Doe's trying to get down there and get whatever I'm throwing to him, isn't she? He's not paying any attention to her. Forrest is over there saying, don't give them all to Whitey, save some for me. But again, you can take a look at those big horns there. They're looking good. We just don't know. I don't know if that's just that one piece on his side there, if that was something, or it's just ruffled up or whatever. But he looks like he has gained some weight from last week. Of course, he's got all the food that he wants, so he can eat just as much as he possibly wants to eat. Right now, he's eating carrots and enjoying them. As I pan off over this way, looking good, Whitey. As I pan off over this way, my man, there he is, Forrest. Come over here to the fence and says, hey, Jimmy, come over here and see me. And I'm going to do just that. Let's walk over there and see if we can get Forrest to eat out of our hands. He's still interested in the girls, looks like. I don't blame you. She's awful pretty. She's awful pretty. Okay, guys and girls, that'll just about wrap it up right now. You can see that Forrest is still wanting a few more carrots. It's my boo-boo. Oh, he's gonna lick my fingers there. That's kind of nice. There you go, buddy. Yeah, you can lick on me there. But he's looking really, really good there. He's big and fat, and probably going to let him out pretty soon. I probably will wait until he drops his antlers before I turn him loose. He's here in the pen, and I probably will wait until I get rid of those antlers, and that way I won't have to work too hard to find them. They'll be here, and I can find them really, really easy. Hey, buddy, you coming on back over here? You coming on back over here to see me? But hopefully he's got all those does in there bred, and they'll be having real nice, pretty horns like he's got there. He's the 5 on one side, 4 on the other, big, pretty 9-point. And he's TC's baby. He's TC's baby, so he's a little bit different. He's a little bit different than being a perfect 8 or 9 or 10, but that's all right. I'll take a 1 or 2 odd on each side. It doesn't bother me a bit. But hopefully he's got all those does bred. Hopefully Whitey bred a few does also. We don't know if he did or not. And we're still not, Whitey's not out of the water yet, I don't think, but he's sure acting a lot better than he has acted. He seems to be putting a little weight back on, and so hopefully all is well in that regard. Prince Charming, we have completely 100% cured him. Looks like he was prancing out there today, doing that buck walk, you know, where they prance, and that just really looks fantastic when you see that happen. So Whitey will be running, Forrest will be running around in the open here pretty soon. probably keep Whitey pinned up and see what happens, and might have to give him another shot or two. Hopefully he can get by without doing that. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. That's my boy right there. Let him get out where he can run around and be there at the house every day. I know that, TC doesn't have any weapons. So, once you lose your weapons, y'all can't hurt each other. You can get over there and kick and stomp and fight, but you can't gore each other. That's right. Guys and girls, I'm going to wrap this up right here. Go out there and have you a great one this week. And remember, I sure do love you.